Alex's After Effects of the Mohawk Valley Wellness CNY Bachelorette. Brought to you by Ocean Blue and the town of Webb.
Happy Wednesday, hump day. It is time for Alex's After Effects, and we are recapping Matt L's date, but we are also going to be recapping, I guess you can say, the hidden gems of the CNY Bachelorette, because I have Joelle in studio.
Yo.
I am joined by Alana. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. This is the first time that we've had an outsider, if you may.
Fangirl.
Yes. We haven't really had someone who is a fan, who's watched it religiously since last season. So it's very exciting to hear your input of all of this.
Thank you.
So a little behind the scenes, Alana is one of Listen It's Liz's very good friends, and I've recruited her because she is highly invested. And for those who do not know, Joelle is our driver from Brano Transportation. So he takes Kelly on all of her dates with the guys. And he also takes the guys home from the date. So, Joelle, thank you for coming in.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm doing perfect, man.
How does it feel not not driving everybody around anymore?
Well, to be honest, it was a lot of fun actually driving the people around. Those long conversations that we would have in the car, they're pretty interesting.
So, I want to know, so you've only driven for 3 of the 4 dates.
That's correct.
So it is hard for you to, I guess, pick a team. But from the 3 dates that you've driven for, who is your favorite?
Well,
Which team are you on?
I'm gonna have to say by
Okay,
Uptown,
by
North Utica. With that
so that's
really
Steve.
fancy
Okay, so
restaurant.
Steve is your favorite.
Steve is my favorite.
So why is Steve your favorite?
Well, I don't know. To me, which is between me and him, which is really connected. But
So it's on your level, not
it's all
Kelly.
on my level. Well, when you get in the car with them, you start listening to a lot of their conversations and how they portray themselves. And he was, to be honest, probably like the most confident that I've noticed.
Okay.
The other couple, the other fellas, they were really interesting, but they were really shy at first. Our drives are about 30 minutes to an hour.
I am rooting for Matt L.
You are rooting for Matt L.
I think, I don't know. I just get this feeling he's the most interested. Dating her at the end of this. And I don't know. I just felt that from him.
You felt that?
Yeah, I felt that. Yeah.
I feel that too.
Yeah.
I feel like Matt L is like a sucker for Callie.
Yeah.
And so overall, how do you think he did on the date?
I think he did great. I think they had a really fun time. Dinner looked amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think
so. What was your favorite part of the whole date?
My favorite time was definitely the racetracks. I thought that was really fun.
I thought that was so
And you could
fun.
definitely see that she's competitive because she's like,
yes.
I won, da-da-da-da,
She
so
had
that
to
was
keep
cute.
throwing it
Yeah,
in there.
yeah. And he let her, which was good.
Yeah. He didn't get mad or defensive about it. He's a true sport, that is for sure. Matt L's date, what was something you took away from that date from what you got to witness and see?
So, which one was Matt? When we went
So
go-karting?
Matt, yes.
Oh, so, I mean, the go-karts was fun. Just watching them play. We went to the fancy restaurant afterwards, right?
Horn Dorset, yeah.
Yeah, that was really nice. I mean, it's really hard to top a date like that. You know what I'm saying? What do they have? Lobster? So,
yeah.
So it's really
and they
hard
did the
to
whole
top that
voila
one.
thing.
Yeah, and the restaurant was beautiful. So shout out to them. But I thought, they got along pretty well. In the actual in the car, the conversation was pretty interesting.
I think he was a little nervous in the beginning.
Yeah, I think so too. He had to
But then I think
let loose a
he
little.
warmed up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you think Callie is doing as a Bachelorette?
I think she's
currently
doing great. I think she's handling it with grace, and I think it's been really good conversation on all the dates. I think she's doing a really great job.
So when it comes to the date, which one was your favorite to watch so far?
Honestly, I love fall, so probably Adams.
I love fall. That's like the main topic of everything. I love fall.
it was just real. It was really pretty to watch.
Yes.
That one. And Ocean Blue is gorgeous too.
So did you know that it was fall?
Yes, I did. I had a little bit of an idea that it was fall in that video.
It was, but that date overall was a great date,
Yes.
and that was a
Yes.
cool date, and I think it was a perfect date for them because they
Yep.
had the chance to reconnect.
Yes.
Oh, I'm nervous for her because it must be hard choosing, and she had asked me recently.
Oh, she's asking for advice.
Well, she had taken my perspective. She asked me, hey, so what do you think out of the guys that you've seen? And I was like, well, honestly, and I gave my opinion, which is the same one as right now.
So Steve's date, do you think that Steve kind of has an advantage since his date airs and is technically closer to the rose ceremony than everybody else's?
I think it's going to be closer in her mind.
Right.
Maybe to remember everything from that date. But no, because I think if she had a feeling from one of the other ones, that's going to carry through anyway.
What do we think that she's going to go with? Do we think she's going to go for the person she had the most fun with, the person she had the most common with, the person who, I don't know, there's different ways to base it.
I feel like maybe the one she had the best time with.
Yeah.
I'd say probably that over, just because it's only one date.
Right.
That she's judging it off of, and however many minutes from a group date.
Right.
So I feel like to say you're finding love at the end of this is crazy. So maybe someone she just wants to spend more time with,
get
and
to know
explore more.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest.
I don't know either.
Yeah, she's such a unique person, very charismatic and very outgoing. So I think she's just gonna see who she clicked better with.
Yeah. I am rooting that whoever she picks, they do end up giving it a shot.
Yes, I
Unlike
agree.
Roscoe.
Yes, I was very upset about that. I was very upset last year. Right, who I'm rooting for and who I think she's gonna choose. So I think she's gonna choose Matt D.
Why do you think that?
Did you see them in the haunted house? She got all close to him and scared and stuff, and you can definitely tell. I don't know. I could just feel an energy she was definitely attracted to him. Where the other guys, I don't know if that was the case, but I could see that they definitely had good conversation and all that. I could see she had a really great time.
I have to say, with all of these guys, even Steve's date hasn't aired yet, but Steve in the group date, so I have no doubt in my mind about his actual date. But all these guys have had great conversations. They're always coming up with something. It's never a dull moment. And that was one of the main things she was nervous about was awkward conversation.
Well, and you never know with guys sometimes because sometimes they want you to come up with everything.
Right.
So I think they all did a really good job with it.
Well, I think she might choose Matt, but I will hope she chooses.
Which Matt?
Oh, well, Matt, the one when we went to
Matt D?
Matt D. Yeah. But I hope she chooses Steve, though.
But okay, so Steve's day is airing this Friday. So do you think that he has an advantage being so close to the final rose, or do you think maybe he has a little bit of a disadvantage?
Well, I think that if she watches the show, then
Which I hope she does.
then he definitely has an advantage.
Okay, so why does he have the advantage?
Because I think it's just gonna be fresh in her mind.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. So we head in to Steve's date. What do we think, or what do you think we can expect from that date?
Well, you could tell from the group date he's got a lot of confidence.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm expecting that to come out a whole lot. I don't know. I think they're just going to have a really fun time. He seems like he's fun and he's going to make her laugh. And yeah, so I think
they have kind of very similar personalities, so I'm curious to see how this pans out.
Yes.
So we're going to get into all of the juicy stuff now because you are technically an insider on the show because you drive them around. So meaning you drive them to and from their dates and then you drive the guys back, but they are not, their mics are not on. There's no camera. So what can you tell us? What do they talk about?
Oh, the conversations vary for all over, but I like to I like to ask questions while I'm in the car because I like to have conversations with them anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the things that we talk about are like skydiving, perspective of after death, on the Bible.
Oh, you're getting dark.
Yeah, well, you really want to get to know a person, so might as well start asking them a whole bunch of
like
questions.
the middleman.
Yeah.
With the not insane questions, but like questions that neither of them would probably ask.
Well, not only that, but they're not gonna have time during their date, and they're not
Right.
gonna have time during their dinner. Their dinner, they're probably gonna talk about different topics. So
Right.
I like to get, I like to find out what kind of person we're dealing with.
Older brother. He's,
Yeah,
like, watching.
basically, I'm just trying to watch out for her, and she knows I'm trying to watch out for her because every time she gets in the car, she has so much fun with me. We both have so much fun, and she remembers all the details of like my life. She's like, "Oh yeah, you went to California to go skydiving," but it's super fun.
We're glad that you were a part of this because you're a lot of fun. Nobody sees the behind the scenes, but we get to eat with Joelle. We get to hang out with Joelle behind the scenes. So we've had the pleasure of getting to know you throughout this whole thing as well. And when we talk about the juicy stuff in the car, what is probably maybe some of the funniest or the weirdest conversations or things that have happened in the car that you're kind of like, what the heck? Can you put anybody on blast?
Well,
You better have something good.
when they start talking about their like some of their sickness, you know what I'm saying? Like
No.
for example,
Like when they're sick?
when they get sick or their personal sickness that they have. It's like,
Okay.
all right, dude, I take, 10 pills for this, or I take 5 vitamins for this. I'm thinking, that might just be too much information right now. You know what
the
I'm saying?
first date, just laying out all your prescriptions.
Just lay everything out, from the get-go. I mean,
I guess it's sickness and health, right?
I guess, you want to make sure that the right DNA passes on. You know what I'm saying? Each one is completely different. But she does share it, or she would share her information with all of them, which is cool. But each guy is completely different and how open they want to be. So that's interesting, seeing how open one person is compared to another person. That's pretty cool.
Who do you think was the most open and who was the most maybe closed off?
Well, I wasn't there for the first date, so I won't be able to speak on that. But I think Steve was the most open, But I think the one that she connected the most with was definitely Matt, though.
Was definitely Matt D or Matt L?
Matt D.
Matt D.
Yeah.
And so you're an outsider, so you don't come on the dates, you don't have an inside early look at anything. You watch it when it airs, when it goes up. So what are you thinking about the whole entire season as a whole?
Oh, I think it's great. I think Sean Andrews is the best host ever. And I hope he keeps doing it. I hope you guys continue to do it every year. I think that it was put together really well. I like that you guys went out of the area a little more than you did
that was
last
a lot of
season.
fun.
So that was really cool. Obviously, the fall aesthetic was awesome, which I said already. I think you guys did a great job.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. Well, we appreciate you supporting us each and every week and staying up to date.
Friday at noon.
She's ready to go Friday at noon. Well, Alana, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank
And
you.
I'm sure we will see you at the rose ceremony.
Of course.
I tried to make people, feel super comfortable around me, and I'm sure that everyone who has gotten in a car with me knows that that's how we roll.
That's how it rolls at Point O Transportation. So, Joelle, I hope that we will see you at the final rose.
Oh, definitely. And me and my wife are coming, so
Yes,
that's gonna
that
be
makes
dope.
me so excited. Okay, perfect. Well, we will see you at the final rose. And if you want to check out Matt Ella's date, it's still live on our Facebook page at CNY Kiss. And upcoming this week, we've got Steve's one-on-one date with Callie before we head in to the final rose.
Awesome.
And if anybody didn't know, Joelle is Team Steve.
Peace out.